in a win, but still taking pause at getting 30K. What were your thoughts emotionally when you were hugging teammates?
I thanked all my teammates and the coaches that I had an opportunity to shake hands with at that moment, and I think the Spurs fans, obviously, and the Spurs Nation here for being a part of, obviously, of this moment for me, and just a special moment. It's just I just started thinking about everything that my journey. My journey from being a kid that first picked up a basketball when I was 5 years old to first starting playing organized basketball when I was 9. All the way up until this point. So, I give a lot of thanks to a lot of people. But this is, it's just a special moment. It's something I never set out to do. I'm not even like a score-first guy when it comes to playing basketball. I love getting my teammates involved and seeing my teammates be excited about scoring and me getting assists and things of that nature. But for me to sit here and be the youngest player to ever reach 30,000, it's just I put a lot of work into my game, man. It's been a byproduct of that.
Can you talk about your relationship with Coach Popovich, LeBron, a little bit?
Man, I love Coach Pop. I love Coach Pop. One of my favorite guys ever. Not only for what from the outside looking in of what he's done with this franchise over the years, but get an opportunity to spend so much time with him over the course of being a part of the USA basketball since '04. Admiring him, respecting him. Being a competitor against him and his ball clubs. I love everything that Pops represents, both on and off the floor.
What would you say he's taught you? What have you learned from Coach Pop?
I think at the end of the day, it's about preparation. And if it's one guy in our sport, from the coach's standpoint, Pop is right there at the top, when it comes to preparation. And, and you definitely can respect that. I can respect that because I'm a guy that's high on preparation, too, ever since I came into the league. So, when you see someone like that and seeing the success they had, those things don't just happen. Success doesn't just happen. You have to work for it. You have to prepare for it. You have to, put in the hours and put in the time. And obviously, I've been able to see it up close and personal, with Team USA. And also, I've been able to see it up close and personal in 3 finals appearances that I've had versus Spurs. Well, I'll never fully appreciate what I do anytime I accomplish something, no matter if it's a win or a loss. I've always told you, Jason, told our guys back home that looking forward to the moment when I'm basically can be done with the game and I can sit back with my family and my friends. We can sit back, drink some wine, talk about all the accomplishments that I had and the feats that I've been able to accomplish. So I even tried to psych myself out today with my Instagram posts. Tell me to take some time and I don't know how to do it. I've never been able to do it. When I got 25,000 or 20 or MVPs and Rookie of the Year and things, won a championship. I haven't had a time to really just sit and appreciate and the journey that I've been on, and I don't want to because I think it's allowed me to stay on the path that I've been on. So, I have a lot more time, Jason, when I'm done, a lot more than I did when I played to kind of look back on what I was able to accomplish.
When you hugged Dwyane, though, did it kind of crystallize that
Oh,
moment?
absolutely. Absolutely. D-Wade has been my guy since we came into the league, and, for him to be here tonight, as my teammate, reaching that feat, it meant everything to me, and, he's a guy that I'll do anything for. You guys know that, so, it's a special moment.
Can you tell us what that embrace with LeBron was at that very moment?
Man, it's everything happens for a reason, right? Just incredibly happy that I can be here to witness something so historic in the game of basketball that I could be on the court, in that moment for him. In the midst of losing ball games, in the midst of everything that's going on right now in the NBA season, it doesn't take away from the career that he's having. And like I said the other day, what makes it even more impressive, not only that he got the 30K at 33, but he got 7,000 rebounds, 7,000 assists, and so forth. So, it was a great moment. I'm glad I can be there when he turned around.
Can you share what you said to him?
Just told him I'm proud of him. Congratulations. You know, that's the biggest thing. You know, you see a person's work ethic. You know a person's heart. You know a person, cares about team and cares about winning. And don't really know how to really take, even though he's had a lot of individual success and awards, really don't feel comfortable with some of it, in a sense. But you appreciate greatness, and he's one of my best friends, but I appreciate greatness, so just tell him how great he is.
Remember, we had asked you guys at the beginning of the season how he would get 30K, and Channing wound up being right with the jumper to the left side.
Yeah. I mean, it's, whatever he got, however he got there. But, I mean, at that moment, at the end of the quarter, I mean, I think we all knew it. It was like, okay, here we go. Yeah. Perfect. Get the ball. ISO, go ahead. Yeah. And, just happy he got it out the way for one, because, when you're reaching milestones like that, it is on you. Everyone's talking about it. So definitely got out the way. He can start moving to 35 now, which, I'm sure he'll be there in no time. But I'm just glad he got out the way.
Would this one just get away from you all?
I don't know. Pick this one, pick the last one, pick whatever. They all getting away from us. So, we're in the phone, and we got to figure out a way to get out of it at some point.
To see that and be a part of, and that was a pull-up jump shot, something that he's worked on over the course of his career. So that was special to see, and special to be a part of.
There's no panic in this team, but how do you get some of these new faces to get that championship mentality?
I mean, we just need to have effort throughout 48 minutes. We felt like tonight there were some good lapses and some lapses where we looked like a young team. So we need to play like the veteran group that we are, a group that has been tested. A lot of, as you mentioned, new faces that can adapt and be a part of something special. But this is a tough place to play. They're obviously extremely well coached with Pop, and they had a few players out, but it seems like they just keep coming at you with new guys that fit really well into their system. So we just continue to get better, and we got to get one at home going back.
When you see a guy like IT press it, he's going too fast, he fell a few times tonight, how do you help him try to get his confidence back?
Just be himself, just get his legs underneath him, just get back into the rhythm of the game. He hadn't been back too long, so I know people expect a lot of him because he is that type of player, but just try to get him in the gym as much as possible. Don't force too much, play within himself, but also be out there and just be IT.
And with the three-point shot being a part of your offense, JR's not making shots. You made a few tonight. How do you get the collective team shooting the ball better?
Well, I think that's something we saw tonight was at some points we saw 5 guys out on the perimeter, and that can hurt us because we have nobody offensive rebound the ball, myself included. I found myself floating a little bit too much, and there's times when we're very much a post-up team, so that's something that we need to look at and get better at. But movement, more than anything, is huge for us, and that rhythm and that swing action and those hockey assist type of plays are usually the ones that we make. So I think that's the only thing that can help us, or one of the things I should say that can help us on the offensive end as far as shooting the ball from 3.
And defensively, when do we get that second, third effort? Because you had it the first and second, then the offensive rebounds kind of hurt you tonight.
Yeah, I felt like the last 2-3 weeks, we haven't won the 50-50 battle on a lot of balls in every single night. So it's going to take that effort, like I mentioned, throughout the course of a game. Teams have just been showing more effort, and that's on every single one of us, myself included. I know there was a couple balls I could have got tonight, and that's kind of been the story throughout, like I mentioned, the last 2 or 3 weeks. So we need to get back on track and be the team that hits first, and if we do that, we're going to come up with a lot of those.
Kevin, how do you? There's something that happens in the course of a game that's more deflating to this team than any of the other bad things that can go wrong.
I think just as I mentioned, some of those plays where we turn the ball over at half court, or just turnovers we're not accustomed to seeing from I don't even know if it's their guys, it's all of us. Just stepping out of bounds, throwing the ball away, just turnovers and extra possessions and tap outs on the defensive end when we're trying to get a rebound secured and go back the other way. It's stuff that kind of deflates us and kills us. So I think more than anything it's those plays, some that might not necessarily show up in the stat sheet but are going to show up in the film. So we feel like there's times where the game could have gone the other way, but we need to have those plays go our direction if we're going to win.
How do you sum up the last day or so from the meeting to you getting the All-Star team, LeBron getting 30,000 points, and then another loss thrown in that whole mix?
I can't think of another word. And it's just it's kind of the climate that the NBA has seen this year. It's not just us; it's kind of with every team. So, it's not always, I guess, fun to go through that, but it's exciting to be a part of 30,000 points. I mean, that's greatness epitomized right there. I mean, like I mentioned, rarefied air. Braun being the captain of the All-Star team, me making the All-Star team, and then having the meeting and seeing you guys. It's just all part of it. Some things are better than others. Wish we would have won. That would have hopefully changed a lot of things. But that's the beauty of the NBA. We get to go back on, I think, Friday and play at home in front of our home crowd and try to get a win.
Has he made you any assurances about his draft process?
No, he has not. I assume. I think he said it. They draft tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thursday, 24th, I think. That's announced the 25th.
So,
yeah,
listen, he's going to try to assemble the best team possible. I mean, he probably has a future in that. So, I assume, he'll put together a damn good team. But so will Steph. Those are two smart guys.